Olá, famosinhos, tudo em forma, ou nem por isso. Bem-vindos a mais um stream, mais uma sexta-feira, mais final de semana. Como é que correu essa semana? Espero que tenham fluído bem, espero que estejam todos bem. E ajeitar isto aqui, ajeitar aqui uma coisa, esqueci. Mas normalmente tive o tempo de perder com a lei no ar, mas depois percebi-me que havia uma maneira mais rápida e podia não ter demorado este tempo todo. Ou seja, sinto-me um bocado estúpido. Eu sinto um bocado estúpido por causa disso, mas é o que é. É o que é. Move on. Só arrumar isto, que isto aqui está um bocado desarrumado. É, sim, está fixe e tal. Mas como é que estão? Estão fixes? Não estão? Correiros. Foi mais um fim de semana. Ei, está aqui o microfone. E aqui também preparar aqui o headset. E desculpem que a hora tem um bocado de hora que eu fui comer e... Meca. Ok. Aqui só. Tal. Ajeitado, né? Correiro. Aqui. Ok, está porreiro. O lado está certo? Não, não está, está ao contrário. Ok, já estou aqui com o som no headset. Porreiro. Vamos lá então passar aqui para a câmera. Oh meu Deus, sou eu. Com o cabelo bem da grande tem que ser cortado. O que é que eu tenho aqui? Aqui não nada, nada. Aqui não. Ok. Mas já, sem demoras, vamos lá. Já arrancar aqui com o jogo. Ok. Isto eu posso pôr aqui e encolho, que depois vou precisar. E abrir aqui o Noire. Eu não pegava no Noire há pouco tempo. Entretanto, aqui fechar isto. E que é isto aqui? Caralho, estás muito alto. É claro. É deste. Mas está com o som, está fixe. Vamos aqui, gameplay, game capture, LA Noir. Está a apanhar. Ai. Enquanto isto arranca, não arranca. O que é que eu queria fazer aqui? Eu queria fazer isto. Ok. Resume. The setup. Exato. A câmera que eu estava a fazer não estava a funcionar. Só que não sei o que aconteceu. Da outra vez tinha feito restart e aquilo começou-me tudo do início. E desta vez já não começou. Eu fiquei tipo, mas. Wait, what? Não faz sentido. Aqui aproveito, veja o que eu tenho aqui no lark que já acabou e não acabou e coisa. Ok, ainda está tudo, acho eu. Yeah. Ok.
Step back! LAPD!
Espera aí. Estás a desejar muito barulho. O rato desvia para fora. Quero aqui opções, display, graphics.
What's going on?
That son of a bitch Hammond has jammed the door.
And who are you?
Carlo Arcaro, I'm his manager.
I'm his trainer.
Interesting attitude to have towards a victorious athlete.
Victorious? We had an arrangement. We had a goddamn arrangement!
That limey bastard was paid to take a nap. He reneged.
And you're out of pocket?
Damn right. Me and a couple 100 other people. Stand aside.
Se aqui devemos
He
começar este,
squeezed
não é?
out the window. I'll put an APB out on him.
Why would we do that? He won the fight fair and square.
To prevent him from getting clipped. He was paid to flop. There was big money riding on this
So are we
fight.
here because you lost money or because we're investigating a prize fighting racket?
Very funny. Look around and see what you can find. Which is Hammond's locker?
Over by the pinboard, second from the end.
There's a phone number we can run by R&I, plus a bunch of names and odds. You're not the only one who likes a flutter, Roy.
Sem indiferente. Também acho que é indiferente.
Not much help.
O jornal já vejo. Vai da frente, tá? Não atrapalhes. Fica a trabalhar. Ok, então ele fugiu por aqui. Yep, se bem me lembro. A outra luva dele.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
E a pergunta, tá? Ok, vamos aqui agora ver a cena do jornal. Fontaine. A Genshin referência.
You look troubled.
I'm in a jam, Doctor.
Can I help, Courtney? Is it money?
No, Doctor. That's okay. Do I have your professional confidence?
Whatever you say, we'll never leave this room.
I talked some of the guys in my old unit into doing something, and it's gone wrong. I guess I did it for the wrong reasons, for short-term gain. We came home from China on the Cool Ridge.
The morphine robbery.
That was us. I thought I could get the guys a fair share. Some sort of benefit for the sacrifices that they made in the war. Those guys deserve it, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sure they do, Courtney. But the deserving aren't always rewarded.
Tell me about it, Doc. We shifted our stuff onto this mob-connected guy, and it's been turning up all over town. It wasn't meant to be like this.
The presumption was rather naive, Courtney.
I know that now, Doctor. But people are dying.
Might I venture a few questions?
Sure.
Do your underworld contacts have all the morphine?
No, they don't. We doled it out, hoping we could control it.
Are they pressing you for further allocation?
That's the polite way of putting it, Doctor.
I may be able to help you, Courtney.
Thanks, Doc. It helps just to talk about it.
I mean, I have a solution that will help you financially and salve your conscience.
I'm all ears, Doctor.
I will transact to take all the narcotic off your hands, and you can rest assured that it will all be medically administered. I will use the funds that I no longer require for the purchase of medication and invest them in housing developments.
Housing?
The developments in question are housing projects for former servicemen. Your return will come from the sale of the properties, and your investment will benefit those that you care for most. Does this arrangement meet with your approval?
O gajo parece estar a
You're a
gozar com ele.
magician, Doctor.
Eu acho que ele fica tipo. Talvez, não sei. Talvez.
You better find that cocksucker and you bring him to me.
I feel bad too, Mickey. He guaranteed me he would take the flop.
I guarantee that you will be fish food if you don't bring me... Roy, you out of pocket too?
Mickey? Seems that way.
Don't worry about it. My boys are out looking for him.
Well, you'd better call them off. This is a police matter now, If anything happens to Hammond, I'll testify that you made threats against him.
Who's the Greyhound? He's a frisky one, isn't he?
Cole Phelps? Mickey Cohen.
I know who he is, Roy. I, met his brother-in-law.
I think you had the mixture pretty scared back there.
Vamos lá ligar.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Aí.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for the following phone number. AL345.
The address for the phone number is the Hotel El Mar, 6294 Leland Way, Hollywood.
Thanks, ma'am.
Aí.
You know the place?
Flop house. Quarter a night, no questions asked.
Quanto é que saiu hoje um quarter? Eu fiquei curioso. Deixa eu fazer aqui a conta. Ok, então, não queres. Inflation Calculator, isso mesmo. A quarter, 25 cêntimos. Zero ponto 25. Isto era nos anos 40, se não me engano. Espera aí. Mil novecentos e quarenta e sete. 1947. É só até 2023. Aliás, vamos meter tipo se calhar junho para meio do ano. Assim não está caro. 3,49€. 25 cêntimos para 3. 3 euros não, 3 dólares e 49. Não está mal, não está. Mesmo assim. Não está mal. Não. Pá, conduz tu que eu estou cansado.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine, where are we headed?
Vamos para a casa da tua. Não. É meio coitado. Coitado, não,
You
não
seem
tenho
to have
pena
a
dele.
pretty cozy relationship with Cohen and Stompanato.
Do I note a hint of reprimand in your tone, Detective? Talking to gangsters comes with the turf. You should try out Mickey's place. He's got a haberdasher's up on Sunset. See if he can get you out of those old man's clothes that you slink around in.
It's a front for his illegal activities.
It is that, but he does carry some very sharp suits.
If it's okay with you, I'll stick with Brooks Brothers.
Mil novecentos e quarenta e sete. Isso. Que era um adolescente barra jovem adulto na altura, já deve estar à volta das contas.
Extra, read all about it.
Deve estar se cá perto dos 100. Muito provavelmente deve estar perto dos 100. A 47.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so
Yeah,
sure.
what do you want?
LAPD. We're making inquiries into the whereabouts of an Albert Hammond.
No one here by that name.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. This isn't the sort of place where people use their real names. Take a look at the register if you don't believe me.
That's the cop from the newspapers.
Okay, so look for prominent Tommies. That should narrow it down.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Winston Churchill. A very patriotic Englishman is staying in room 207.
The old bulldog. Even at a flop house, Adley can't get out from his shadow.
You're a real asshole. You know that?
Door's unlocked.
Coisinha dele, da boca.
Was not one of the things I wanted.
Looks like he's had a broad up here.
He must be heading home. You know, I hope he makes it.
That crooked son of a bitch? No chance.
Se tu dizes. Vamos à caixinha primeiro. Parece chocolatinho.
Does Albert have somebody special? I didn't see anyone in his corner at the fight.
O gajo, não é, o gajo é estúpido, mas não é burro.
I guess a fighter has plenty of time on his hands between bouts.
Instaheat. Adrian Black's product of choice. Seems like a lifetime ago.
Candy has expensive taste. Albert has his work cut out for him.
Who's Candy?
Candy Edwards, the lady who filled out this coupon. Gives us an angle if he has a real love interest.
Tem batom, yeah.
All right, let's go after his girl. See if that gets us any closer.
Looks like Albert has been doing some homework. 11 grand would be a nice little nest egg.
Ele saiu, não é?
Another window exit. Must have just missed him.
Yep.
It's still warm.
Ele saiu há pouco. Deve ter saído há pouco, deve.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
Albert.
I don't need this.
Extra, read all
You're behind the
about
wheel.
it. Where are we going?
Ok. Vamos lá ter com a mulher e...
So, you boxed in the Marines?
We all did. Standard training.
I can't imagine you ever played dirty.
The only prize for taking a fall was 1,000 push-ups.
KTI is a member of the American Century Broadcasting Network.
Ah. Ou seja, havia sempre alguém que se lixava. Quem perdesse... Flexões. Enche. Nada, para a próxima ganhas. Perdão.
We need to know which room is Candy's.
Espera aí, que eu preciso... Ok, é isto que eu quero. E vamos lá.
Hey, don't mind me.
Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Candy Edwards.
Apartment 7. You take the outside stairs by the parking lot and turn left at the top. You friends of the Italian guy?
Italian guy?
Yeah. Sleazy type? Gave his name as Carlo. I didn't like the look of him, but Candy has some funny friends.
Thanks.
Cara, como ela diz, ela tem amigos engraçados.
Must be as sweet as she sounds. All these gentlemen callers.
Give it up, bitch.
Sounds like we're missing all the fun. Get it? Like hitting women, do you?
We had a goddamn
This isn't gonna end
arrangement!
well for you, friend.
Toma! Uppercut. Easy. Não, não é a cara que eu quero. Os bolsos.
Out cold, but breathing. Give her a minute and take a look around.
Carlo here seems to have the same friends as Hammond. What are the odds on them all being bookmakers?
O que é que tens aqui? Ui, pocket knife.
Nasty weapon.
All the Italians carry them. A real man uses his fists or a gun.
Uma arma ainda é pior que a faca. É uma coisa que a faca, mas com longo alcance. Não.
Single ticket. One way. I guess there isn't a lot for Albert in Ohio. Scania sails from New York. Take a seat, Miss Edwards. We have some questions for you to answer.
Look, I haven't done anything wrong.
Ever? I find that pretty hard to believe.
Can you answer some questions now, Miss Edwards?
Sure, I've had worse. I'll shake it off.
Okay, what about the family?
We're trying to track down Albert Hammond. We have reason to believe he might be in danger. Do you know where he is?
No, I don't. I'm over Albert. I haven't seen him.
You're lying, Candy. You were in his hotel room. He came back after the fight and you weren't there. What happened?
You can't prove that I was in the room.
How do you think we found you, Candy? You wrote your name and address on a coupon.
Look, Albert was supposed to take a fall. We were all supposed to make a little money out of it. But Albert got too goddamn stubborn. Said his pride was all he had left. So I told him, shove it. Let's see his pride keep him warm at night.
So you walked out before the fight?
Yes, I did. What's the problem? I didn't take anything.
Hey.
Do the names Harry, Mervyn, or Ray mean anything to you?
Could be anybody. How the hell would I know?
They're bookmakers, aren't they? Tell me the truth.
How the hell would I know?
Albert wrote his winnings down on a notepad in the hotel room. We found the odds in his locker. Who has the betting slips?
That son of a bitch, Albert. Everyone thought he was dumb, including me. But he beat them all.
You're leaving town, Miss Edwards?
Yes, I'm going straight home.
Albert is going home by boat as soon as he collects his winnings. I know you're going to meet him.
Albert is going to collect nothing. He'll be lucky if he can get out of town in one piece.
How will you fare any better? They already believe you're in on it.
Hell, I know you're in on it.
You can think what you want, Buster. I'll take my chances. I got a few errands to run, and then I say adios to this dump.
Do you want to press charges against Arcaro?
Just get him out of here. That's all I want.
Get out, Carlo, you hump. And get rid of that pig sticker. You ever pull that thing on me, I'll shoot you like a dog.
That bitch knows where Hammond is. She knows where my money's gone.
My money too, tough guy. I'll handle this.
Good luck, Miss Edwards. I hope things work out for you.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say so.
Bad people are looking to hurt Candy, and yet she's not heading straight for the train station? I smell a payoff. I say stake her out. See where she goes.
Só coisa. Yeah, tá fixe assim. Oi? Ah, ok. Agora sim.
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
Ok, vamos ficar aqui a ver o jornal.
used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
Ah, sei lá. Muita calma. Foda-se, para de aparecer essas notificações em cima para me esconder, pá. Diz apenas quando eu tenho que esconder-me. Por isso é... Isso é só dar já a uma pessoa. Eu preciso de...
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Não te metas à minha frente.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Oh, não me veja.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Calma, eu não vou me aproximar muito. Nem 8 nem 80, chefe.
I'm sure I'd look great in that.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Okay. Okay.
Bookmakers?
Yes. Surprise, surprise.
There's the guy. I hear he's an honest cop.
A blonde woman just came in here.
She went out the back way. Said she was being watched.
How much did she collect?
$3,600. She cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one. Huge plunge on Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out through the back door?
Nope. She made a phone call over there, wrote something on a notepad, and then left.
Ok. Anda para trás. Caraças, estás com a puta da pressa.
What are you doing? An old intelligence trick from the Marines.
Ok.
We know where she's headed. Let's get moving.
Ela saiu por aqui, a porca. Apanhou o coisa. Lá por trás do táxi.
Isn't he the cop who won a medal in solving all the cases?
You can drive.
All right, where to?
Bruh, é isso que eu não percebo. Ele pergunta sempre, para onde? Tipo, bruh,
Hammond backed himself to win.
Se a
And
próxima
Candy
temos
is
que ir.
picking up the winnings. Smart play.
Question is Candy collecting on Albert's behalf, or is she cheating him too?
Car 11K 11 King, further to your request, Bunko Fraud has 3 known bookmakers operating out of storefronts in the Hollywood area. Thrifty Liquor, 6106 Santa Monica, the Examiner Drugstore, and a Max Spirits at 1658 North Cherokee. KGPL clear.
Yep. Estas 3 que ela está a ir buscar.
That cherry pie was
Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to close up. She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
How long ago did she leave?
Maybe 5 minutes. Called a cab. Asked for a number. I told her there was a card over there by the phone.
Yellow Cab Company.
Yellow Cab. We need to get after her, fast.
Ollie.
Can you connect me to the Yellow Cab Company, Hollywood 2187, please? This is Detective Phelps, LAPD. You dispatched a cab to 1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood?
Yes, sir. Send 1 round from the pool.
Do you have the number of that cab?
Number 179.
Thanks.
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
You have any idea who Ray is?
Sugar Ray?
Not now, Mervyn. Cole doesn't have much of a sense of humor at the best of times.
Ray runs a shop up on North Cherokee Avenue, just south of Hollywood Boulevard.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Do we know where we're going?
Lá está ele, é sempre uma fala. Agora no rapaz, espeta sempre uma fala. Menos vamos dar o trabalho. Paga-lhe só para fazer aquela fala e cagou.
This broad's planning on cleaning out every bookmaker in town.
Hammond needed to make sure he was getting a bigger payday than if he'd taken the flop.
Never trust the limeys, especially where a fight's concerned. A mistake we can't seem to stop making.
Tá certo.
That's the cab waiting up ahead. She's not in the car. Don't get too close.
She must be inside.
Ele simplesmente não
On
tem,
the
né?
move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab. Hammond is over the hill. He's a punching bag for the up-and-comers. She knows his goddamn place.
I think he knows. I think he worked out the place isn't L.A.
He's punchy. His brain's going to mush. Winston Churchill? Give me a break.
Churchill is a fighter, Roy. Hammond didn't just scribble down the first name he could think of.
Hammond is full of himself, being this sure he was gonna win.
Para não aproximar muito, senão.
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
Sei lá. Acho que ela vai parar ali ou não? Não. Olha aqui a paragem. É aqui a paragem.
Pull over. She's heading inside. I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
The main reason Santa's so jolly is because he knows where all the bad girls live. I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
The heck?
Pronto.
Roy! Call an ambulance.
Hammond got away.
He said...
Just try and sit still, Candy.
Mickey.
Who shot you? Was it Albert?
Car.
They're on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
A tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't make it out of town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
Tu estás com uma carinha, foda-se. Isso. Nada.
32 caliber. One shot fired.
Yeah. Agora ver a bolsa dela.
The Egyptian Theater.
So, what now? The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on.
Yep. Vamos lá.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Poor girl. She didn't deserve that.
Poor girl. Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year because of her. You need to leave town a lot quicker than that if you decide to screw over Mickey C.
The Brown Derby. O Derby castanho. Não, nome assim muito bom. Teatro egípcio. Perdão.
This seems like a long shot. Aren't they all?
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. Revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all clear.
bitch.
He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
Vamos lá.
Why'd you kill her, Carlo? Your gripe was with me. She was collecting the money for you.
He's British.
Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living. She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take a dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's for the best kids.
You were washed up, kid! You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere!
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself, and so did little boy. You did it to make a quick buck, and Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money. All I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
LAPD.
We've heard enough, Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
You're making a big mistake, Arcaro.
Como é que ele levou esse shot e não morreu?
Come on, Cole. Carlo's a dead man. Hammond too when I find him.
Throw out the guns. You're clear. Go! You're covered, Phelps. Move, I've got you. Stay in cover. Where are you?
You limey cocksucker.
Pronto, está feito. Morto, matado, morrido.
It's time to come out now, Hammond. Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. Escania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps!
Donnelly and the homicide squad send their best, Phelps. They're more than pleased that you wrapped up the Edwards killing. They're a little mystified about the motive. You have any ideas on that?
Crime of passion, sir. Looks like some sort of love triangle between the manager, the fighter, and his girlfriend.
No sign of the scrapper?
No, sir. Looks like he left town after the fight.
Okay. It's homicide's problem now. Good work, gentlemen.
Ok. Que é isto? Coisa. Que eu queria. Onde é que está? Ok. Ok. Moving on. The Naked City.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
They weren't even his prints, and he still confessed.
Need a drink.
What's with that getup
Forgot
of
the
yours
jitters
anyway?
again.
I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy. You're behind the wheel.
Vai, conduz, mas é, cala-te, conduz.
Seem distracted.
We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Damn. Ok. Mais um caso da morfina. Algum diz que a cena dos jornais... Que eu já na primeira vez falam da morfina. Diz que a primeira vai dar com aquela cena dos jornais, lá do outro doutor e do bacana. Perdão.
Yep. Second floor. Apartment 6. In the back.
Thanks.
Yeah, tem a porta aberta e tudo.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
Oh, que
You want a
bacana.
hug?
Oh,
Here
quem
we
é
go.
ele?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Isto é só os ex-colegas dele.
Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I take a look?
Be my guest.
Eles querem tocar nelas.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
Yeah. Ela está toda mordida.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Ela tinha algum coisa sadística, ou como é que ela gostava disso, dava-lhe prazer.
A very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the Surretts. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought Surretts and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Is it her in these photos? She's something else.
Nothing significant.
Yes. Miss Julie was...
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she was having trouble with some boys, huh? Maybe she got her heart broken. Couldn't take it anymore. So she ran herself a bath and downed some pills.
Quality English smoking jacket.
Drifted off.
I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Julie, she always had so much fire. So much drive. I'm sorry.
Terão mais comprimidos aqui para aparecer.
They're there.
Looks like barbiturates.
It's okay.
Que é isto?
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Aha!
We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
temos aqui deste lado? Nada. Okay.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Oi? Este não tem nada. Se calhar uma destas que vai ter alguma informação.
Could have been a modeling assignment. It's a place to start.
Ok. Outro cálculo que não deva ter nada.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Yeah. Não tem nada. Sim, utensílios de cozinha, exato.
I don't think this is going to help us. I don't think so.
Ah, Phelps. Mais utensílios de cozinha.
Doesn't tell me anything.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Miss Julie would never have killed herself. She was a very determined young lady. One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Sei que era mentira,
Did
pá.
Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
A escuridão. Oh meu Deus, olá João.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. But that's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry. I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
Eu tô ótimo e tu?
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynoldsson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldsson.
Primeiro era mentira, pá, sabia que era mentira.
One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
Férias? Oh, nice, nice. Eu férias agora só mais para a frente.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Férias.
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Minhas férias agora são mais para a frente. Quer dizer, tecnicamente posso marcar para quando quiser, mas não. Mas só os marco mais para a frente.
You know the way. You can drive.
He brought in that case
Where are we
that
going?
poor lady killed near City Hall.
Aqui. Oh, não, porque na verdade tenho 2 exames. Ias. Não estás em período de exames? Quer dizer, eu já não estou na faculdade há algum tempo. E também isso varia de faculdade para faculdade. Só agora estava na dúvida. Perdão. Que há faculdades tens os exames em janeiro e depois tens férias em fevereiro, qualquer coisa assim. Pá, tem muito a ver, mas acho que em geral é assim que funciona. Que é... Faz os exames são todos em janeiro, depois fevereiro é um mês praticamente todo e depois março começa o segundo semestre, qualquer coisa assim. Acho que era qualquer coisa assim. Pelo menos no técnico, era qualquer coisa assim. Acho que era janeiro tinhas os exames, fevereiro era praticamente o mês todo e depois e voltavas em março. Ou era em dezembro, janeiro e depois fevereiro começavas, é qualquer coisa assim.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Sim, eu faço recurso. Uma avaliação contínua, 2 testes por semestre na mesma disciplina ou um trabalho de grupo. Sim, não, mas estou a dizer que tipo, normalmente as faculdades têm os seus períodos de exames, não é? Têm os seus períodos de exames. Para as cadeiras em que há exame, não é? Porque há cadeiras que tu não precisas de exame, vais fazendo os testes ou exames durante o semestre. Mas normalmente eles têm um período de exames. Ok. Eu preciso ir a qual? Stone Man. Okay, Stone Man.
What do you think?
You got any idea what office the guy is in?
Boa pergunta. Deixa eu ver, tem que haver cá alguma coisa nas pistas. Ok, ok, ok. Ok. Sim, acho que as faculdades acho que é um pouco assim de todas. Dr. Stonemans. Dr. Stonemans. Isto é ruim, isto não me interessa. Ok, é o que eu estou a pensar então.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town,
Já houve
Vice
finais
should be able
sem
to work
grandes.
half days.
Acho que já. Unity 5.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Beat it.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Ok. Escreveste algo no ano anterior.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
Prescription.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Ok. Olha, para aqui a saída. Vamos lá. Voltar para baixo, vamos ao próximo sítio. Beira-mar de Campo Maiorense. Acho que foi nesse ano que... Eu sei que foi com o Campo Maiorense que o Porto foi roubado, que era o Paixão a apitar o jogo. Acho que era o Paixão. Roubou o Porto a torto e direito. contra o Campo
The
Maiorense.
old boy's lying.
Acho que foi nesse ano.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right, where to?
You can drive.
Não é porque estava a dizer que ele não podia conduzir. What the fuck?
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Só que ver.
I recognize that guy from the papers. He's a cop. I can tell you're lying. Your lips are moving.
Não foi para o campeonato. Sim. Não, estava a dizer que isso do Campo Maiorense, que o Porto, que foi o roubo, foi para o campeonato. Se foi no ano em que o Sporting ganhou depois do Penta. Depois foi 99-2000, yeah, foi o ano em que o Sporting quebrou o ciclo do Porto. Eu não sei como é que o Bruno Paixão continua a apitar depois daquilo.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about him.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson.
Oh,
Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Mas sim, é o normal haver a Taça de Portugal levar sempre pelo menos um dos três grandes.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
E este ano o mais provável é que tenhamos mais um derby.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Vamos lá ter com o bacana da Mora que eles nos
Nice
explicaram.
move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Só um minuto. Vou tentar aqui com as notificações todas. Ui. Ok. Fechado.
Detectives Phelps and Earl here to see the coroner.
Yes, Detective. He's waiting for you in the examination room.
Ok.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Now there's an oxymoron for you. If you can fake sincerity, you got it made.
Onde é que ele se mete? Ah, tá aqui, bro.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
Chuta.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Caraças. Damn, ao menos fechavam-lhe os olhos.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
Ok.
Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Sim, bro, calma, estás muito nervoso. Estás muito nervoso.
I'm not going to ask what you're doing.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car?
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
You trying to sit me down?
Está aqui.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
You know anything about this mess? I ain't talking to you. Were you at home last Saturday? Well, are there any leads? You're going to release me now? That's right.
And you were close?
We were friends.
Do I need to fill this out?
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
You really think I'm gonna squeal? Afraid not. What the hell is the LAPD up to these days? Is the captain in?
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Porra. Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
I'm no hood. I'm a crooner.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
I ain't talking to you.
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
You left at midnight, correct?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julia Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Where's the phone?
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that desk.
You're some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. The Fighting Sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That'll be all for now, Henry.
Tá a mentir, filho.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Okay.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Ixi. Gajo uma retada no carro. Não sei se era suposto, mas bombeiro. Gajo vogando da marretada. Não sei se era suposto ou se foi bug, mas está giro. E mais se fosse daquelas cenas que era uma em sei lá quantos de acontecer. Eu vi de volta, João.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Não buzines, senão eu prendo. A posição agora é que parecia que ele está ali escondido no meio dos outros carros.
You got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
Goddamn drunk drivers!
Vê lá se não queres para a prisão, oh boy. Avisar.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Vai encostar. Uma loja de penhora. Penhora.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Okay. Da estreia, boi. Para de buzinar, oh boi. Já ia dizer uma palavra aqui proibida por causa de vocês. Caralho, pá.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Ok.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be. LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
My God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Then
You're behind the wheel.
Do we know where we're going?
É. Não é isto. Pois é, o telefone. Pois é, o telefone. Ai, pitar pô. Queridinho que te foda.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks for your help.
Okay.
That's the guy. I hear he's an honest cop. Now there's an
You know the way. You can drive.
Where are we going?
Vamos aqui à estação da polícia e tratamos já disso. Tratamos já disso.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Goddamn captain's making me resubmit the paperwork.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
What the hell is the LAPD up to these days?
I'm gonna make him take me to the pictures tonight.
Can you bring me the file?
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Is this a picture of your car? Even enough, yeah. Is interview 2 free? You know anything about this mess?
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Has anyone seen my pen? I ain't talking to you. Isn't there anything else you can do? Can you give me a coffee? No way. Nope.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
Old Saw around. Were you there? No.
Vamos lá. Ah, já te tem a marca aqui.
You really think I'm gonna squeal? Afraid not. I know, Yeg. I scat to scratch. Is that so wrong?
Oui.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Can I post his bail?
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
You trying to take me down?
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my sap.
Is anybody making coffee soon? Is this a picture of your car?
O que é que eu tenho que fazer agora?
Where's a phone?
Ok.
Can you bring me the file? I ain't talking to you.
Everybody in this town is nuts.
You drive.
Why?
I need to go over the case
You're
notes.
going crazy.
Do we know where we're going?
Yep. Yes, sir. Vamos lá visitar o outro agente da polícia.
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace, Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Pô, só atrapalhas, pá.
Throw out the guns.
As soon as he pokes his head out, we'll step on it.
Anda, mete a cabecinha de fora.
Stay down.
You're clear, go! You're pretty brave for a dead man. You're covered, Phelps.
Son of
Tá feito.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. I nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
Vamos ao trabalho, basicamente.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine, where are we headed?
Conduz, filho,
You're
vá.
suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Eliminar as pontas soltas. Fino, é fino, és muito fino, filho.
Nice house.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are, making heinous accusations in my own home?
Ai, velhas.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night, at least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Nem sei o que dizer. Sim, foi um ano, ok.
Maria, I think we'd best get this officer a drink to get him moving. He looks rather gormless.
I get the sense that you're worried about something, Mrs. Eavestrom.
I have already received the insurance claim, Detective. Is there any way we could keep the return of these items discreet?
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, Mother and Father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
And now, national news from American Century Broadcasting.
Someone just flipped their wig!
Aqui.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiancé you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
O namorado dela a usá-la. Então, se parem. Estes gajos. Não ouvem a sirene, caralho. Qual não é a maneira de. Vocês simplesmente têm que se respeitar isso da frente. Bro, estão nas estradas a correrem. Este boi vai se desviar quando estou a ir para aquele lado. Os teus pais não te deram, não sacaste inteligência quando nascesses. Só pode. O Rock sabe, podiam ter posto assim um tracejado no mapa como no GTA. Era mais fácil perceber que estradas tomar. Eu gosto como o nosso personagem, tipo, ele bate e ele larga o volante e faz tipo, oh meu Deus. Oh meu Deus, batemos. Por sim, o facto de ele fazer isso tipo, impede de haver. Olha-me estes burros. Eu não entendo. Por onde é que é a porra da casa do bacana? Onde raio é a casa do bacana? Isso encosta. Fogo. Mas estou indo de uma ponta à outra da cidade, é isso? Ok, já aqui.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Bem, ele gosta muito de ter irmãs. É só sister isto, sister aquilo.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Apartamento 30.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Yep.
Stop! LAPD!
Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on, put your hands in the air. Give it up, LAPD!
Foda-se. Anda! O gajo está a fugir ao borrego. Foda-se, não preciso se equilibrar aí.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
É preciso estar no sítio direito.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her? Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
Doesn't look like anything.
Dardos. Bacana tem dardos aqui em casa. Ui, que é isto? Que é de bacana. É lixo, ok. Pensava que era algo importante e o gajo diz que é lixo. Oi? E isto? Será que...
Nope.
Ok. Ok, vamos lá falar.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
E agora, ou é lista de contrabando ou é a caixa de cigarros que ele vendeu.
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties and find out where and when and then have the guests burgle. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was gonna marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was gonna create a new gang.
You wanted Julia Randall out of your life.
Why would he want that? Julia was our friend.
Julia was his hump, sweetheart. They were the Bonnie and Clyde of society burglars. He met you and realized he didn't have to steal anymore. He could just mooch from you. He needed Julia out of the way.
Julia was insatiable. She didn't care about anyone, not the least me. She was never going to go back to the poverty she came from. I wanted it to stop.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Give it up, Arnett. You're facing the gas chamber. Give the judge some reason to commute.
You still don't get it, do you? Julia entrapped everyone. She was so beautiful and so goddamn cold.
Como é que o gajo parece bué coisa?
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
É que o gajo parecia suspeito, mas eu não tinha provas para dizer que ele está a mentir. Por isso, epá, não sei o que era suposto eu ter feito.
Can you drive to this one?
Vamos outra vez ao
Where
doutor.
to?
Vamos outra vez ao doutor.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
Ai, ai. Estás tramado. Agora vais a bem ou a mal? É que sabes.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better. Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett, and tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in. I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
Apanhado.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
Oh, the practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key.
Damn.
What have I done?
Didn't see that coming.
Também não. Gajo, prefiro que me prendam do que estar a ficar maluco. Parece que o maluco passou-lhe a perna. Não estou à espera dessa.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
Mas ainda falta apanhar o
We
Willy.
have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Yep. Só falta o Willy. Willy Wonka. And the Chocolate Factory.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful, Roy.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
Só minuto.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy, as long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Ai. Cartão está aqui.
You all seem to be standing around. Shouldn't you be working?
You know the way. You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this, the kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find the game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
Ok.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Aqui.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Olá, só.
You're not the only one in the street.
Anda, 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 anda. Ai, és muito talento, pá. Já tinha subido. Anda, caralho, és muito talento. Ah, agora já me deixei primeiro. Fucking finalmente.
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings. There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
Done. Tá feito.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Três estrelas, não é? Yep. Perdão. Mais histórias.
The whole company is gone, Hank. The major is dead. We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cows still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
O outro foi disparado.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole! Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star, and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
É, mas ele não se sente muito herói. Não se sente muito herói.
Earl Phelps, a shooting at the 111 Club, 6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
Sounds like a homicide beef.
Two of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes. Appears we didn't get all of it.
Are we going to the Mocambo?
Se não me engano, isto é o último do Vice. Depois temos o. Temos a última parte, por assim dizer.
A dead judge. It's not good.
Já não lembro qual é que é, mas é. Se este depois só falta meio dúzia de casos. Peraí, quantos casos é que ainda faltam? Depois deste, Manifest Destiny, depois voltamos para a Arson, né? Que já tivemos no Arson ou não? Ah não, o Arson nós não tivemos, ok, pensava que já tínhamos estado. Depois o final é o Arson, que são o quê? São 6. São 6. Primeiro 4, 5, 6, agora 5 e depois volta a ser 6. Yeah. Depois temos 6. Se calhar acabamos este hoje e o Arson fica para a semana. Começa-se depois o Arson para a semana. Se calhar é melhor assim. Deixa-me só aqui. Quero isto. Quero aqui. Isto. E tá fixe. Vamos lá continuar.
Solving all the cases?
Saída é por onde? Eu não me lembro. Não, é por ali. Ah, espera, acho que eu desci mais. Eu desci mais. My
Need a
bad.
drink. I got the jitters again.
Well, are there any leads? Guy gave his wife a tap. I'd say all's fair in love and war.
Conduz lá, filho, conduz. Exato, podes conduzir. Podes conduzir, não tenhas problemas.
Parker and Green are going toe-to-toe for the top job. There's a change in the wind.
About time.
This wind will be like a tornado, Phelps. Parker's got a puritanical streak. You never know we'll get swept up in a thing like that.
Ai. Anyway.
Homicide guys are already inside.
Bukowski.
Phelps, back again.
We're here about the morphine.
Over by the bandstand. You can see what's left of the owner, Eddie McGoldrick, 26, former Marine.
I know Eddie McGoldrick. He was a non-com in my old unit.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cole. Waitress said he recently came into some money and bought the club.
Who are the other Vics?
2 musicians, Biddleston and Bo. And get this, they used to be in a 4-piece, but the trombone player and the drummer OD'd.
Don't tell me. Lamont and Tyree? We've met the rest of the band.
Now they're a no-piece.
Do you mind if we take a look around?
Be my guest. You might want a word with the hostess, too. I'll keep her company until you're ready.
Damn.
Must have pumped a dozen rounds into him. Certainly sends a message.
That's retard.
When you're ready to have a civil conversation, we can try again.
Nada. Não, isto é... não interessa nenhum.
Well-maintained, custom case. Someone cared for this instrument. What's that click?
Another day, another dollar.
Porque ele tem um clique. Aha!
Neat trick. The case must have cost more than the trumpet.
Aqui, Blue Room
We
Ticket.
should follow up on the musician angle.
Uma seringa.
He kept his stash close at hand.
Verdade.
Find anything interesting?
A cara do gajo. Morte um bocado. Man, not gonna lie.
Do we have a
Ui.
new source, or is this coming from what's left in circulation?
Não é nada. não há nada. Isso aqui era o A? É.
You'll have my report when it's ready. Right now,
Okay.
you want to be examining evidence.
Sim, senhor. Ui, dinheiro?
They didn't even try to crack the safe.
Vai vir ao corpo? Isso. E um tiro mesmo no meio do...
Bad luck, Eddie. Okinawa couldn't kill you, but knowing the wrong people in this city...
F, Eddie. Ai, Eddie. Por que é que não tiveste mais juízo, Eddie? Se tivesse mais juízo, ainda estavas cá. Vamos lá falar com a moça.
Ma'am, I'm Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
Welcome to the 111 Club, Detective. Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
Any idea who did the shooting?
No idea. It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
You want to level with me, miss, before we start taking an interest in you.
This place has been on the slide for years. Eddie turns up, buys the club, then we start getting visits from tough guys. Next thing you know, we have the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Are you getting the picture?
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
Where do you think he got the money?
My guess was that he was selling the sort of quality product that you don't need to advertise.
Thank you for your help, ma'am.
Eddie was in over his head, but he was a decent boss.
Ok. Ok, não queres falar? O que é isto? É uma caixa de cigarros, caguei. Não interessa.
So what next?
Best search the place, Cole. All of the rooms. A joint like this could have some funny stuff lying around.
Mas eu acho que sabemos tudo.
Never the same, are they?
Ah, é a mesma coisa. Que acho que está tudo, vamos, mas é.
And I thought this was such a nice area.
I swear, this town is going
You
straight
drive.
to hell.
I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Bora. Se qualquer coisa ele diz que falta. Isto, desde que sejam importantes, ele avisa quando elas faltam.
What is the special of the day?
Só um minuto, desculpem lá.
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lickman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
Since when have the police cared about dead black men?
Good point. We don't. What we
Damn.
care about is 2 tons of
Calma aí
armed
com o
surplus
racismo, tá bem,
morphine
filho?
showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bow, or their knucklehead buddies Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries, Untersturmführer?
I've told you 1,000 times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy, how about you get a drink while I see to this?
Will you sit down?
Why antagonize him, Elsa? You know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, head officer. We have work to do.
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
I'm not looking to arrest users. I'm after the supply.
You just don't get it, do you? Some people can't live without heroin.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't believe you. You knew these men.
And how would you like to prove that, detective? You're out of your depths here, detective, and you're asking the wrong questions of the wrong people. Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private word with the officer. Why do you ask people to risk talking about a subject that could have them jailed?
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
And you're so full of courage, you have never felt ashamed.
This is getting us nowhere.
Do you think you'll win your war against narcotics?
It's not my war. It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the laws of this city.
Do you think you can stop people from needing drugs, detective?
I'm asking the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions? You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough to just survive, Elsa. You have to try and make the world a better place.
Brave words, and very noble. But words are just words, Colfax.
She's right. We need to pay a visit to the mixer.
Cohen? Do you know where to find him?
This time of day? You'll find him holding court at the Macambo.
He can wait. There's something I need to be sure of. Give me till tomorrow morning.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, partner.
Vai buzinar para o outro lado. Vamos lá ter calma, filho.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much.
Nem precisam de falar. Ele seguiu. Ah, o bacana seguiu-os. Apagou a luz e ele, haha! Ai, ai.
LAPD, we're looking for Mayor Cohen. I believe he has lunch here.
There's not going to be any trouble, is there?
Which table?
Number 3, if you'll follow me.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
I can't decide between the tuna fish and the chicken.
She wants a 5-star.
LAPD, we have some questions
Hi,
regarding...
Mickey. How's it hanging?
Fine. Just fine, Roy. I see you brought Eager Beaver along. Hope he's not going to put the shakes on me again.
Cole Phelps, Mickey Cohen.
Good afternoon.
He has manners. Aren't you a little green for this kid?
Meet Johnny Stompanato, Cole. He has the biggest schlong in Hollywood and the smallest gun. Or maybe that's the other way around. I can never quite remember.
You're a funny guy, Roy. Haven't I always said what a funny guy Roy is? And how much fun it would be to get together with him sometime.
Poor Johnny. He's the dark, sensitive type. He's a serviceman too, Cole. Johnny was at Okinawa.
You were in the crotch?
6th Marines.
The lieutenant who won the Silver Star up on Sugarloaf.
Find a seat.
I've heard of you.
Something like that.
All right, have we finished flirting? You got something to discuss, Roy? Or are you going to stand around beating the meat while my lunch gets cold?
We have some questions.
Do I need my lawyer?
Your brother-in-law, Lenny Finkelstein, was selling stolen morphine. He had 1/3 of the shipment.
Old news, kid. I don't know anything about what Lenny was up to.
So I'm supposed to believe that you don't know what happened to the rest of the shipment?
Lenny, God rest his soul, was a moron. He was family, though, and I haven't made a beef about that, so count yourself lucky, kid. The H is a filthy habit, and I don't condone it. The simple solution would be to have all the dope fiends put down.
So you don't know where he got the morphine?
Kid, ask a question you might get an answer to.
We believe there's a link between a group of Marines and the morphine stolen from the SS Coolidge. One of those Marines was shot to death in a club last night.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
So you haven't heard anything about what happened at the 111 Club?
What can I say, kid? I'm shocked that in the land of opportunity, Uncle Sam's finest feel the need to resort to crime. It's a dangerous business. I can attest to that. I'd recommend they get out of the life. Quickly.
A few Negroes saying
Yeah,
goodbye
but
on the
guys.
sidewalk will never make the papers, Mickey. But we had a judge in Pasadena say adios the other day.
Find a seat.
Prominent white people popping their clogs makes everyone nervous.
You know dope has never been my thing, Roy. It's always been for schmendricks like Jack D. and Jimmy Utley. But I'll ask around and I'll get back to you. Hey, you boys want some lunch? How about a drink?
We'll take a rain check on that. Come on, Cole, we're leaving.
We have to cut that dope. looks bad with people dying.
We have to get the rest of it. There's no way of watering down the stuff in those little packages. We have to put the squeeze on those guys and get the rest of it.
They don't seem the type to frighten that easy.
We'll see.
We missed something in that mess at the 111. Let's go back.
Can you drive to this one?
Where are we going?
O que é que nós falhamos?
How well did you know the owner?
McGoldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
That's some cruel irony. You survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
It happens more than you'd think. Young guys trying to adjust to normal life, getting mixed up in the wrong crowds.
The kid had just bought a nightclub. I'd say he got mixed up in the right crowds.
Until someone filled him full of holes.
You don't come into that kind of money that quickly without pissing a few people off.
Vamos lá aqui outra vez. O que é que falhou aqui? Aha!
Do we have a new source, or is this coming from what's left in circulation?
Nada.
Any ideas?
Best search the place, Cole. All of the rooms. A joint like this could have some funny stuff lying around.
Vamos lá abrir isto e vai lá ter coisa, certeza.
Dozen packs to a carton, 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply.
Armas.
These look brand new. Never fired. Haven't been degreased yet. We could check on the serial numbers.
Is this guy hunting for bear? Look at these things.
They're BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them? Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound familiar?
We should get back to the station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
Ok.
You know the way. You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
Yep. Para a estação da polícia.
What's going on?
That fucking rat Stoker has gone public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
Brenda is LA's most famous madam.
And everyone knows it?
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible. Our job is to keep it off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around unmolested.
Then we should change the law.
Are you out of your mind? Every politician in America is against prostitution, except when they're using them.
So where does Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. He could bring the whole thing crashing down on us.
Aren't you supposed to be working the...
Sir, do you know which robbery detectives are working the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus. I saw Caldwell in the squad room not long ago if you want to speak to him.
Thank you, sir. We'll do that.
This way.
Canary says he'll sing, but only if I
Vai lá.
guarantee he'll walk.
Leva-nos para lá.
I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Harry, you got a minute?
Sure, Cole, anytime.
You've been working the docks robbery on the SS Coolidge?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you see it?
Inside job. Either the guys working the wharves or some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Case of BARs, case of Thompsons, crate of Valor smokes.
Homicide just recovered 3 BARs and a mountain of cigarettes at a shooting at the 111 Club.
No kidding. I better get over there.
Do you have a copy of the manifest?
Yeah. Here it is.
So, how do we connect the
gave his
docks
wife a
robbery
tap.
to
I
the
said
mess at the
all's fair in
111
love and
Club?
war. Parker or Green? I don't know.
Como é que chama-se o outro?
You think the Vice Boys get any on the side? Parker or Green? I don't know who'd be worse.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Sim, do nome do outro.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war. I want to make homicide.
Olha o Courtney.
You know you made it if you can get that desk. Parker or Green? I don't know who'd be worse. I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
This is the crate we recovered.
Guy
Half
gave
a
his wife
million
tap.
cigarettes
I said
loose on
all's
the streets
fair
of
in love
LA.
and war.
Here's our backroom arsenal from the 111 Club. Enough to arm 3 companies. Some of these guys are from my old unit. They must have finally shipped home. Kelso, Sheldon, McGoldrick.
McGoldrick was on the boat?
Sure, we checked him out.
McGoldrick bought the 111 Club, Harry. His brains are all over the bar.
Looks like whoever stole the dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Detectives, KGPL's going crazy. Shots fired at 1384 North Bronson. Some guy with an automatic spraying a Hollywood bus. They want every car. Go!
Damn.
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
Corre.
You think those Vice Boys get any inside?
I'm gonna make him take me to the pictures tonight.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine, where are we headed?
Vamos ao bus shooting.
All units, officers need help at 1384 North Bronson. 1384 North Bronson, shots fired. Any units to handle identify. Code 3.
Um já foi. Ei, ganda Gonçalo. Obrigado pelo like. Eu li baguete a coisa. Obrigado pela raida. E bem-vindos. Ei, espera, é melhor pausar isto. E bem-vindos a todos que eram na raid. Obrigadinho. Como é que é? Como é que correu a live? O que é que andaram. O que é que andaram a fazer? O que é que não andaram? E obrigado, baguete, pelo SEO. Espera aí. Meteste mal ou não? Ah, meteste. Ok, meteste mal. Mas bem, ok, pessoal, está tudo bem. E obrigado. Espera, o que é que deu follow? Agora tenho que mudar aqui para o OBS. Espera aí. Porque é que isto agora não me está a aparecer? Espera aí, porque é que isto agora não me está. Dragon's Dogma. Era um nome mais estranho. Eu já ouvi falar do nome algures. Nunca joguei, mas já ouvi falar. Ah, pois estou. Obrigado, Cosme. Obrigado. Não sei se. Isso já não deu. Não deu para dar. Tenta lá outra vez, baguete. Eu acho que nem é preciso o arroba. Mas como é que estão? Está tudo fixe? Para quem não me conhece, tenho que fazer procura que já não é? Para quem não conhece, sou Jedi, jogo um pouco tudo. Por exemplo, agora estou a jogar LA Noire, já vou para o final. Isto acho que este é o último caso de um departamento, depois já falta-me o último departamento. Joguei sim senhor, os dois. Espera aí, estou aqui já perdido. Vai ser um novo, ok. Essa vai ser um novo. Por acaso não sabia. Joguei os dois, joguei os dois. Os dois em stream também. Mas jogo um pouco tudo. Eu atualmente funciono, para quem não sabe, funciono com um horário do género de... Eu normalmente faço streams segundas, quartas, sextas e sábados. Em que segundas eu faço normalmente jogo retro. Neste momento comecei na segunda ao Wape Escape. Não sei se conhecem. Às quartas costumo fazer o modo de carreira do EAFC. E às sextas normalmente é jogos mais recentes, por assim dizer. Sábados é mais... ficam mais reservados para jogos mais casual. Neste caso tenho estado a jogar mais Genshin Impact. Já acabei as Arcane Quests atualmente disponíveis, então agora tenho estado a farmar um pouco, fazer missões do mundo e pouco mais. Jogaste Crescimento, o que é que achaste? O outro a dizer, vai, procura uma maneira de subir, e eu. O que é que achaste do LA Noire? A minha única crítica que eu aponto ao LA Noire atualmente é de... Até posso gostar muito para é de haver missões em que o outcome varia conforme certos parâmetros. Por exemplo, houve uma há pouco que eu fiz que dependia da única entrevista que eu fazia. Ou interrogatório, vá. Se ele corresse bem, eu tinha o final bom, vá. Se não,
Shooter has a machine gun. He's emptied 2 clips into the bus. As near as we can make out, he's on the roof of one of those buildings. Move, I've got you.
Corre. Já não tem onde para mim.
Cease and desist.
Como é que eu subo lá acima? Olha isto para aqui.
You're covered, Phelps.
Sim. Aí está, isto é um bocado... É um bocado... chapter-based. Ou seja, não... Fora... Quer dizer, eles têm a parte do free roaming, mas isso tinhas que ir... Acho que tens que ir lá à parte dos cases e... Espera, não dá. Não dá. Tenho que me esconder. Será que se eu subir aqui... ele não sobe aqui. Caralho, ainda estou.
LAPD, drop the gun now.
Esconde? Isso. Calma. Mas sim, a nível de... Eu até há pouco estava a falar que, sendo um jogo da Rockstar, que eles não punham no minimapa uma espécie de um traço para a pessoa saber onde é que tem que ir, que eu ando meio às voltas. Quando sou a conduzir, ando ali meio às voltas à procura do que fazer. Desconte. fora uma coisa ou outra, também o jogo que o jogo não é muito antigo, mas também não é muito recente. Pronto, já está. Ah, sim, sim, sim. Podia também fazer isso. Mas é que eu estranho, aí está, que eu estranho é isso, é sendo um jogo da Rockstar, não, não sei, porque isto supostamente também é a versão remaster, não é? Que eles lançaram originalmente e depois fizeram uma versão deluxe ou assim, que é de PC e era de PS4, se não me engano. Acho que era coisa assim que incluía as tais DLCs. Ok, ele tem aqui a documentação. Ou não, não é um texto, é um livro.
Phone number and restaurant table.
Bem, o que é que está ali a mesa 3? É a mesa do outro. Espera, não dá para... Ok, não dá. Não dava para... Perdão. Não. Estranho. Não tens nada. Por que está-me a dar a sensação que eu estou-me a esquecer? Que falta aqui outra coisa. Ok. Ok, ele não tem mais nada. Ok, tens
Help me out.
Might as well take a look at the rifle. Could be traceable.
Ok. Ele esvaziou isto. Não interessa. Então é a arma, dizes tu. Oi, tem o códigozinho.
One of the BARs.
Made in the USA, mas vinha num barco da China. Ok, era só isto.
I know that guy. Felix Alvaro.
He's one of the guys from the ship?
His name was on the manifest.
Looks like McGoldrick wasn't the only one to get a message.
Hey, Alvaro.
Hey, Lieutenant.
He's just a plain detective now, Chico.
Who's the jughead?
This is my partner, Roy Earl. We just want to find out what happened.
What happened is that someone took a shot at my bus. And then cops turned up and started treating me like I'm some sort of Pachuco punk. My people have been in California for over 300 years.
Very fucking admirable, Felix.
You hear anything about the big heist on the Coolridge?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So what happened?
Not much. The cops came and interviewed me and all the other guys on the ship. You still there, Phelps? Has the light gone off?
Calma, filho, estás com muita pressa, estás nervoso.
You still there, Phelps? Has the light gone off?
Ok, Rita, obrigado também por teres estado aí, teres aparecido aí com a Rei. Bom descanso, boa noite. Isto também já é um bocado tarde, não é? Nem sei que horas são. Depois já são 20 para meia-noite. Queria ver, era... Não é o log. Queria ver outra... Como é que eu agora saio daqui?
I was down at the 111 Club this morning, waiting for the medical examiner to scrape Eddie McGoldrick's brains off the bar. You want to tell me anything about that?
I heard that Eddie came into some money. Too bad he didn't keep a low profile. It's a tough break to get through Okinawa and then have to buy it back home.
Damn.
Who's shooting at you, Felix?
How the fuck do I know?
The dead guy on the roof works for Mickey Cohen. Why would Cohen want you dead?
Man, I don't know anything about Mickey Cohen or any of those gangsters.
Ok, Sniper Pocketbook, deve ser este.
Your name was in the sniper's notebook. Level with me, Felix.
Cohen thinks because we were on the boat, we have the morphine. Courtney's meeting those guys to sort it out.
Courtney Sheldon?
Yeah. You remember Sheldon, don't you, Cole?
We'll be in touch.
Okay.
You heard that Jack is in L.A.?
I saw his name on the manifest.
He's been here a couple of months. Sure glad to see you got over your wound, Lieutenant. I mean, Detective.
Pretty cool customer.
He's been under fire before.
You buying his story?
Not for a minute.
Officer, please, tell me what's going on. You look like you were a big pain in the neck. Now I have a much lower opinion.
Ok, Hollywood Police Station. Bye.
He's always ready to serve you with first-rate automobile.
Ok, vamos ligar para a polícia. Ei. Quero informação. O que é que eles nos podem dar neste momento?
Phelps, badge
Quer dizer, nós
1247.
também vamos procurar pelo Courtney Sheldon.
I need an address on a Jack Kelso.
Just a second.
Espera, não era o... Não estávamos de olho no...
Jack Kelso, apartment 4, 1408 North El Centro Avenue, Hollywood.
Thanks.
Tá bem. Bora lá. Agora vais tu conduzir.
You can drive.
Jack was a company sergeant. He would never get involved in something like this.
We brace him and drag him downtown.
Vai à casa do outro ou vai à coisa da
Won't work.
polícia?
He's a tough customer.
Ah, se calhar como eu já marquei a cena da polícia, ele automaticamente vai para lá. Se calhar é isso, ou pode. Yeah, é a esquadra.
Canary says he'll sing, but if I guarantee he'll walk.
Bora lá então.
Goddamn Harry thinks he could get fresh whenever he pleases.
He was in the bathtub.
Onde é que eu subo?
Taking one of his fingers.
Eu devo subir.
He was in the bathtub. And they'd
No.
taken one of his fingers.
Onde é que eu subo? Deve ser para aqui então. Eu nunca vou me. Eu só encontro a saída porque eu sigo as placas. Senão, nem isso.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free. The canary says he'll sing, but only if I guarantee he walks.
Não é isto que eu queria.
So I gave him a duster and he won't forget. I don't care. I don't go in for
Será que aqui é outra vez?
scot-free.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Como é que eu tenho que ir? Sai da frente!
Put him down with my sap. Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Não, não é aqui.
The nerve of some people.
You think those vice
Será que não tem que
boys
subir
are on the
mais?
side?
Ou não, já subi o suficiente.
I don't care. I don't go in
Mas-
for letting gangsters off scot-free.
Calma.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free.
Vou sair aqui para ver o que é que o mapa diz.
Put him down with my sap.
obnoxious oaf.
Ei, estou aqui neste piso.
He was in the bathtub. And they'd taken one of his fingers.
I was
No.
door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car in the end.
O que é que tem aqui? Aqui não funciona nada. Mas aqui já abre, antes não dava. Onde é que eu tenho que ir?
I was door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car in the end.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free. I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free.
Não estou a perceber.
I didn't want to arrest the kid, so I gave him a dusting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
Será que se eu descer?
Sam's taking me out to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Não. Onde é que eu tenho que ir?
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it.
Estou perdido.
Bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Por aqui não deve ser porque eu estava no piso certo. Ok, entrei e estava no piso certo. Agora.
Mouthpiece store stripped off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Ih, está aqui um bocadinho nada bugado. Ok, temos que ir ao Kelsey. Ok. Então porquê que tinha aqui a opção de vir à escola? Não entendi essa. Vamos lá ter com o Kelsey. Aqui. Estás cansado? Corre! Não corre.
Can you drive to this one?
All right, where to?
Vamos ao Kelsey. Vamos lá ter com o Kelsey. Vamos lá então.
Hello, Jack. This is Detective Roy Earl.
Hello, Cole.
We would like a word.
Would you like to come inside?
Actually, we'd prefer if you'd come downtown with us. Do you mind?
Do I have any choice?
No. You don't.
Are you going to tell me what this is all about?
It would be better for all of us if we discussed it at the station.
Bad move, Cole.
So, how have you been, Jack?
Cut the crap. You pick me up in front of my apartment like a common criminal and then expect small talk? Fuck you.
Ei, o outro é que estava a ser Estava a ser palhaço. Não era eu.
Do you know that there's a gang war going on in LA trying to recover that stolen morphine?
That has nothing to do with me.
Can you take these braces off? They hurt. I'm no hood. I'm a crooner. Is that a crime?
Jack, you know about the morphine. You weren't involved, but you know who is.
You can't prove what I know and what I don't know, Cole. This is going nowhere. I'm done with this.
Did you know that Eddie McGoldrick recently came into money and bought a nightclub?
No, I didn't know that.
You want to take a guess where he got hold of the cash?
Not really.
You heard that a crate of BARs went missing?
No, I didn't.
You've been to my house? No way. Nope. You know anything about this mess?
I saw Felix Alvaro today.
Good. How was he?
A little pale. One of Mickey Cohen's goons had emptied about 60 BAR rounds into the bus he was driving. A public bus, in the middle of Hollywood. Are you going to tell me what's going on? Or do more innocent people have to die?
Yeah, and what's in it for you, Cole? Newspapers? More glory? Another promotion? Another medal at the expense of men who fought for their country? Count me out.
What do you know about the Army surplus robbery from the Coolidge, Jack?
What I know is that on 3 separate occasions, you would have been dead if it weren't for me. I don't know anything about the robbery.
I don't believe you, Jack. You were there. You were either involved or you know who is.
You calling me a liar, Cole? I hope you have something to back that up. I won't let you hide behind your rank any longer. You can tick me off your little list. I'm not involved.
Jack, we just want information.
Bullshit, Cole. Did you seriously believe that dragging me down here would get me to give up my own guys? You call yourself a Marine? Trying to make a name for yourself with this shitheel? Look at this chump with his $200 suit and $2,000 car.
The tough guy act is really impressive. I like you, Jack. I'd like to make you for this. I really would. I'm going to be working on it and keeping an eye on you.
Epa.
You can go now.
Shooting, Robert Steiner, 6780 West Sunset Boulevard. The victim is a Chris Majowski.
Another name from the manifest?
Bora. Conduz.
How many more friends of yours are going to get plugged today?
Vamos lá para mais tiroteio.
Talk about tension. That was like being trapped in an elevator with a married couple who can't decide whether they love each other or hate each other.
We go back a long way.
You went too easy on him. Next time, you leave it to me. I know how to handle that smug son of a bitch.
You don't. Jack will never give up his own men.
Bombas. Eles meteram-se todos ali com os gajos da máfia, pois olha.
They just walked up and shot the man. 2 of them officers, they went that way.
Go on, get after him.
Bora.
Step on it, huh? Just get me a little closer.
Falhei a rampa.
Get in close and steer him off the tar. It's no good. We need to get closer.
Sai da frente, pá. Ficam sempre malucos para cima de mim quando não devem.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps. I'll try for the tires. Keep your foot down.
O que é que eu estou a fazer, pá?
Hit him. Clear this asshole off the road.
É pá, se parares de reclamar e acertasses os teus tiros.
Watch it. These guys aren't gonna go quietly. Open fire!
Calma aí que se faz assim. Olha. Está feito. Matei-o a dar tiros no braço. Exato. Só que havia caminho e queria atropelá-los, afinal não dava. Ai. Vamos lá analisá-los. Viram? Isso. Mas isto não interessa. Deixa eu estar assim. Agora nos bolsos é que eles devem ter algo. Oh, aí está. Ah!
An LAPD file. We have a traitor in our midst. All of the names on the list have a hit team assigned to them.
E te dá alguma coisa? Tens, sim, senhor. Um bloco de notas, exato.
Cohen is meeting with Sheldon tonight.
Ok.
We need to get to those guys fast, otherwise there'll be no case.
Ok. O que é isso? Ok. Um jornal. Mais uma
We have
historiazinha.
to look at damage limitation. We can't allow that strumpet Brenda Allen to bring down the whole administration.
We've got to put a lid on the press. Can someone talk to Harry over at the Times?
It's too late. The Times would look ridiculous if we dropped the story now.
Who is this Stoker?
Stoker's a lily-white. Nothing that will fix this in the short term.
My law and order credentials are disappearing as we speak.
Can we get Brenda to leave town?
Yes, we can, but she won't go quietly. Brenda has extensive records.
Can she at least lay low?
That's already been taken care of.
Mayor? District Attorney?
Who is this guy? And what does he want, Horrell?
The name's Roy Earl, detective, administrative vice.
Aren't you one of the clowns that got us into this mess?
Oh, I think that the orders regarding Brenda come down, not up, Mayor. I have a human interest story. It involves a certain LAPD cop, a hero from the war, who has let his beautiful wife and kids down, who has betrayed America for a German junkie whore, who has abandoned his pledge to the LAPD and his commitment to the public. We all serve. Could be all over the papers by tomorrow, and you would be off the hook.
So what do you want in return, Roy? Fingering a fellow officer.
Para o gajo traiu-nos. Ah! O gajo traiu-nos.
The post office, Cole, and be quick about it.
Aqui já não há mais nada. Vamos nos ir embora. Antes que eu te espete um balazo no meio dos cortes. Ai, ai.
You know the way. You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
Chinese Theater.
They're taking out all the guys from the ship.
Why? How does that get them the dope?
They obviously don't know who has the morphine, and they're waiting for someone to crack.
Quem tem é o Courtney. Segundo os jornais, né? É o Courtney que tem. Ok, prega fundo.
Get in close and steer him off the tar.
Foda-se. Ele vai atirar-se sempre para estas estradinhas. Bruh? Pronto, perdi. Epá, como é que um carro não consegue passar por um arbusto? São estas pequenas coisas. Não sei porque ia dizer EA. Ou toquei. Mas Rockstar é só estas coisas pequeninas.
Get in close and steer him off the tar.
I can't take the shot from here, Cole. Get in close and steer him off the tar. Step on it, huh? Just get me a little closer. I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps. Hit him,
Como assim está à
Cole.
tua
Spin
frente?
him out.
Tu queres a zelha?
Let's see how fast he runs on bare rims. Hit him. Clear this asshole off the road. It's no good. We need to get closer.
O carro ficou preso. Estás a gozar com a minha cara, Rockstar. Estás a gozar com a minha cara, Rockstar. Eu não entendo essa. Eu vou virar o carro, mas não, o carro tem que ir. Então anda lá. Alô? 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 Ah,
Get in close and steer him off the tar. I can't take the shot from here, Cole. Hit him. Clear this asshole off the road. Step on it, huh? Just get me a little closer.
Bora, bora, bora.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'll try for the tires. Keep your foot down.
What the heck, fire? For the love of God!
Damn!
LAPD, put your hands in the air.
Run for it!
Está feito. Vês, não foste a zelha, acertaste nos pneus. Ih, o teu penteado, bro. Por isso é que andas sempre de chapéu. Com um penteado desse também andava sempre de chapéu.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Where are we going?
Ah, tão bom. Vamos lá a esquadra da polícia.
Extra, read all about it. I've been in this job 20 years. I never fired my gun. How long is this gonna take?
Grown men playing at being boys.
Do I need to fill this out?
You look like you were a big pain in the neck. Now I have a much lower opinion of you.
Can you identify the man in this?
I say we bust in there and
Coitada.
find the goddamn evidence.
Coitada. Estou algum problema com a vida. Estou algum problema com a vida. Eu não estou a conseguir vir aqui. É, vou à outra, olha. Vou aos correios. Estás bem? É isto que eu queria. E tu... Tu precisas de quê? Precisas de um polícia? Precisas de um médico? O que é que tu precisas? Posso entender.
You can drive. Fine. Where are we headed?
Vamos ao post office. Não sei para quê, mas vamos lá. Vamos ao post office. Não é isto que eu quero. Ah, isto é começar já para a ação.
Move, I've got you. Here to help. Find some cover. Catch you.
Feito. Quem és tu?
Tell Courtney. Bad luck. It was worth a try. It was worth a try.
God.
Ai, ai.
Polar Bear Ice Company. You really did it. Wonder whether it was worth it.
Most people never get the chance to be rich. Wouldn't you risk it?
Eu não sei se era para constantemente ver, tipo, olhar por cima do meu ombro. Mano, é para ver os bolsos. Bolsos. Oh! Oh! Teimoso. O cartão tem alguma coisa? Não tem nada, é só... Eu acabei de apanhar uma dele. Ok. Bruh, posso ir pela outra parte, mas parece que já não posso. Não faz muito sentido, mas ok. Ei, dá. Ou não? Não dá. Não dá mesmo para sair por aqui. Desculpa, com licença. Todo o pessoal da tropa tá aí de vela.
Can you drive to this one?
Ainda.
Where to?
Não, caga que ainda temos coisas para ver, afinal. Caga, anda para dentro. Não disse para tu vires. Ok. Não. Vai aos bolsos. Isso. Tem uma folha.
Looks like Sheldon is bringing his own fire team with him.
Ok. Não. Pôs a mão. É só o bolso. Isso. Não tens nada, ok.
Juski, Beckett, Goldrick, Driscoll, these are good guys. Why did they get wrapped up in this thing?
Quero dinheiro. Se tu vês a história do jornal, só eu vejo.
Beautiful day. You're behind the wheel.
Do we know where we're going?
Sei, sim senhor. Vamos travar algo que se pode tornar banho de sangue. Resumidamente.
This isn't looking good. I feel like the fat kid at the back of a race.
You sure it's Cohen making the hits?
All fingers point his way. Your buddies are in way over their heads. Being a Marine doesn't mean shit out here.
Crachão. Já é meia-noite e 8. Acabar também, isto já deve estar quase a acabar. E acabamos a cena do Vice, a parte do Vice antes de ir para o Larson. Depois chegar mais 2 lives e fecha-se. O L.A. Noire.
There, light them up.
All right, let's kill these rat bastards.
Keep moving, I'll cover you.
On the roof, Cole, nail him! How long do you think you can hold out? You can keep that, fucker. Find some cover! Eyes open. He's around here somewhere. Stay in cover!
Onde é que ele está?
Hey, look who's bleeding! Get in cover! Give me some goddamn cover! They're making a run for it after them! Get in cover, now!
Já matou todos. Não, não, não. Vamos
I'm gonna put out
esconder.
an APB on every one of the sons of bitches on that list.
APL to car 11K. Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Hey, Courtney Sheldon is at Hollywood Station requesting an interview with Detective Cole Phelps.
Well, I'll be damned.
That's not correct protocol, 11K. I'll take that as a roger.
Car 11 King en route.
Se não protocolo, pá, tens que dizer que sim senhor. Sim senhor, vais lá ter com. I'll be damned.
What are you
Desculpa,
doing?
Sorry, estava a olhar para o minimapa, a tentar perceber para onde é que eu tinha que ir. Essa agora foi on me. Vai buzinar para o outro lado, filho. Está bem? É que eu sou da polícia. Ok, viro ali depois à esquerda e passo logo à direita. Ah, filho. O que é que tu fizeste, pá? A culpa é do outro, pá. O outro é que se meteu à frente. Queria se meter à frente. A culpa não é minha. Eu sou muito bom condutor. Sou muito bom condutor, pá.
Roy, in my office, if you please.
I'm working a major case. I'm not close, Cap. It's gonna have to wait.
Let Phelps do the interrogation.
But, Cap.
No buts. This is more important.
Ok.
I just wish he'd hurry up.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break.
Oh, o médico também está lá.
Sheldon, is this your attorney?
No, detective. This is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He came down here to help me out.
How do you do, sir?
You stole the morphine from the Coolidge.
You can't prove that.
Let's see if I can try. And what is your relationship to Sheldon, sir?
Tutor, mentor. Mr. Sheldon is a medical student of mine. He has a very bright future.
Oh, that's nice to know. Too bad all of your war buddies won't get to see your graduation. I would have asked Beckett or Majewski or Driscoll about their involvement, but that's difficult, considering they're all dead. That leaves you, Sheldon.
You can't blame their deaths on me, Phelps.
You're lying, Courtney. The other guys aren't smart enough to attempt something like this. You either give it up, or I go after Jack for it.
And how do you prove that, Cole?
Como é que eu provo? O outro a morrer disse.
Jack isn't scared of you, Phelps. None of us were. We just followed your orders.
You were on the ship, Sheldon.
Yes, that's correct.
So you had opportunity.
But it doesn't mean that I was involved.
You going to release me now? Don't stalk around. Were you there? No entiendo. Can you take these braces off? They hurt. Has anyone seen my pen? I ain't talking to you.
So you don't mind that the mob executed McGoldrick, Driscoll, and Beckett to get to you?
I don't know why you're trying to pin this on me. Where's your proof?
Gosto como o outro tipo aproximou-se para tentar também perceber.
We finished here, Cole?
Epá,
Have you
fosgas.
finished, detective?
I'm just getting started. You have an answer for everything, Courtney. Let's hope Jack does, because now I'm going after him. Is there anyone you're not prepared to sacrifice?
Jack is not in this. He's a good guy.
You or Jack, Courtney. I don't care who goes to jail. I just want the morphine off the street.
What are you offering, Cole?
Don't be ridiculous, son. This man is gambling.
What's your offer?
Doctor, good to see you.
I'm conducting an investigation.
Upstairs in my office now.
This man is about to confess.
As of now, you're suspended from duty, pending a fitness review.
What are you talking about?
You heard the man, Phelps. Upstairs and face the music like the hero you were.
Foi do outro ter inventado para safar os gajos daquele caso de escândalo da polícia.
Certainly had us fooled, Detective. Phelps, you're one of my favorite sons. You've broken this old man's heart.
Sir, what is going on here?
You're suspended, Phelps. Hand over your badge and gun.
Olha o
Don't keep
tal
him
gajo.
waiting.
What is going on here?
Your wife's attorney has pictures of you and the German. Compromising pictures, lad.
She's pressing charges. You'll be formally charged with adultery. A criminal cannot serve as an LAPD officer, as I'm sure you're aware.
I don't understand.
How could you do it, lad? Your wife, your children, consorting with the enemy and a dope fiend at that. You're lucky the war is over. You'd be taken out and shot. The department doesn't need this kind of publicity, Phelps. Hand over the gun, keep your head down until your board hearing. I forbid you to make any comments to the press.
O outro gajo é mesmo
What
filho
the
da puta.
hell were you thinking?
Marie, listen, Marie, I need to explain.
Please leave. You're upsetting the girls.
Let me see them, Marie. They're my daughters.
Go to her, Cole. You have done enough damage here. Do you want me to call the police?
For God's sake, Marie, can't we at least talk?
What is there to talk about? Do you love her? Do you? What were you thinking? What about our children? Can you imagine what this has been like for them? Go away, Cole. My father has hired an attorney and you will be hearing from him.
I'd like to explain, Marie. I'd like to tell you what I've been going through.
What you've been going through. I have had reporters camped out on the front lawn all morning. I can't stand it, Cole.
House me diz que aquilo só tem a ver com o caso, nunca houve nada e ele não pode dizer por causa de. Não sei explicar. Ele só mete a mão ao bolso e os gajos borram-se todos. Aí, mas o outro foi bué lixado. Usá-lo como bode expiatório para o caso da. Para o caso do escândalo da polícia. 3 estrelas. 4? Demoted. Arson Desk. Não sei 4 estrelas. The Gas Man. Ok, estás a adulterar a cena do gás para explodir, basicamente. Já voltamos a esta esquadra.
Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like porking that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. If you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, Detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Ok.
You think the Vice
Estou
boys get any on the side?
a sair por aqui.
The canary says he'll sing, but only if I guarantee he walks.
Não diz nada, se calhar acabo.
I was walking down the street and that heel sent me flying.
The coroner says it's going to take at least a week to get an ID.
Ok. Ficamos por aqui. Isto também já não são horas, né? 1h30 quase. Vamos acabar. Exit. Yes. Agora, vamos para aqui. Para aqui para a musiquinha. Ok, é assim. Bem, pessoas, é que este microfone com certas roupas não fica bem. Mas é isso, pessoal. Hoje já está tudo. Amanhã mais, amanhã continuamos com o Genshin. É melhor tirar isto, que isto assim, ele está sempre a balançar aqui de um lado para o outro. O que eu ia dizer mais? Dizer qualquer coisa. Não me lembro, mas obrigado quem esteve aí. Obrigado ao Gonçalo pela raid. Obrigado ao pessoal que veio com ele na raid. Ao pessoal que estava aí já. Aí no chat ou no lurk. Como disse, amanhã mais voltamos ao Genshin. Por isso, a ver se temos aqui alguém para dar raid. O que é que eu tenho? Vou colher isto para aqui. O que é que nós temos aqui para dar raid? O que é que temos? O que é que temos? Não tenho ninguém, eu. Não tenho ninguém. Está tudo com números muito grandes. Ficamos por aqui então, assim. Mais uma vez, obrigadinho a todos. Portem-se mal. Beijinhos, abraços. Como preferirem, abreijos. Também dou abreijos se quiserem. Mas é. Portem-se mal. Não é? Mas não muito. Até amanhã, quem vir por lá. Mais uma vez, portem-se mal, não sei, estou-me a repetir. E fui. Bye!